Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. I'm Alex, I'm a devil's advocate. I talk about movies, TV, video games, music, whatever I want to talk about today. And today is a very special day because it is the final episode of South Park of season 27 or season 28, depending on how you count it. This episode was a clear wrap-up of the whole season's overall arc, which is basically about Trump and Satan having a baby, and Trump not wanting that baby and trying to get rid of it. I'm all decked out right now in my Kenny sweatshirt and my Cartman sleep pants. So, and my Santa hat, because it was a Christmas episode, technically. And there was a lot going on here. First of all, I don't even know where to begin. Stan is feeling a little down. He's feeling like everyone's lost the spirit of Christmas. And that's a double entendre because the first pilot of South Park is called The Spirit of Christmas. And he's talking to this school guidance counselor, who is, of course, Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ has been converted to right-wing Christianity by his wife, Peggy Rockbottom. So he's just like a dude bro. He's playing electric guitar all the time. Throughout the whole episode. And he's just kind of telling Stan, like, get on board, man. Like, get on board with the new program or be upset because this is just the way the world is now. It's fucked. And, you can make some money or get something good out of kind of caving to this Trumpian state of the world right now. And Stan finds that dissatisfactory. So as he's walking out, he spots the toilet. And he goes to the toilet. And I'm like, oh my God, are we going to get Mr. Hanky back? And he prays basically for a Christmas miracle in front of the toilet. And instead of Mr. Hanky showing up, which I thought he might, because Mr. Hanky has been gone since he was canceled for sending Ambien tweets like Roseanne did, and then sent to live in the Simpsons world, because Apu was also canceled. He's been gone, and I thought, oh, this is a perfect moment to bring him back and like get some cheer going on. But no, like in theme with the rest of the episodes this season, something worse happens. Something bad happens. And the Christmas critters show up. The Christmas critters haven't been seen since Imagination Land. And Stan even points this out at one point, like, how does this make sense? You guys are just imaginary characters for Cartman's story. And they're like, don't think about it too much. Essentially addressing the audience like, this is a crap out, okay? The episode is called The Crap Out because it's, Satan's going to crap out the baby, his butt baby. But it's also metatextually, we didn't know what we were doing this season and kind of crapping out this episode. So just kind of go with it. All right, relax. Now, what's going on with Trump and Satan is getting prepared for the baby to come. He's all excited.
Tiny dreams and tinsel glow. What's more special than a new baby at Christmas time?
Trump is in South Park with JD Vance, dressed as Santa Claus and an elf, trying to like be in disguise so they can go break out Peter Thiel and Pete Hegseth from the South Park prison so that Peter Thiel can get rid of the baby. Because he can fight the Antichrist, as we know from the 6-7 episode.
I'm Peter Thiel, and I know about the Antichrist.
This episode is tying together all the threads of the whole season, including, speaking of threads, Satan's doing the laundry, and he finds a little blue jockstrap, and he's like, Trump doesn't wear a little blue jockstrap. What's going on? And that's when Tally starts to pipe up, because Tally's been stuck in the White House since Randy sold him there, I think in episode 1. Yeah, and has been used as Trump's cum rag. So Tally starts piping up and going, Satan, he's lying to you. He's cheating on you. Him and Vance have a relationship together. They're trying to get rid of the baby. And so Satan washes off Tally. He gets the information. He's furious. They want to go hunt down Trump and pay him back. And I'm like, yeah. So what happens next? Satan shows up in South Park with Tally in tow. And the whole time, by the way, Tally is like explaining the plan. First of all, he says, I need to get a little high for me to explain this plan. So we get that classic line from Tally. I need to get a little high, just a little high. And Tally explains like basically the whole plot of the season and keeps saying like it's the most intricate, carefully planned out story ever. Because metatextually, it feels to me like Matt and Trey are a little bit like, yeah, we know this season's kind of all over the place. It's not our best work, but we're going to kind of poke fun at that by being like, yeah, it's super duper planned out and in depth. We knew what we were doing the whole time. Don't worry about it. To have the stoner character be like, yeah, man, this is such a great plot twist and so many so many threads are coming together. So Satan and Tally do go to South Park and confront Trump. And, you know, it's booming. Donald, thou hast betrayed me. And we're like, oh my God, Satan is going to fucking be the hero. Jesus shows up to defend Trump. Stay away from my president, bruh. And we're like, oh my God. Now Jesus is on the side of evil and Satan's on the side of good. And again, Stan is confused. The Christmas critters want the Antichrist born, so they want to stop Peter Thiel. But, you know, Stan's like, but shouldn't the Antichrist not be born because it's bad? And as the episode goes on, Stan just kind of decides, you know what? I'm sick and tired of living in this old folks' home. No one's gonna get a Christmas miracle. Like, we get a shot of Mr. Mackey walking by Trump and Vance on the street being like, yeah, the school cuts made me lose my job. The government shutdown made me lose the job at ICE I had. I'm just trying to scrape by. There's no health care. And Trump's just like, okay, Merry Christmas. So Stan decides, fuck it. I'm committing to this crap out. I don't care that it's the Antichrist. I want somebody to have their Christmas miracle. I don't care who it is. So he's going to help Satan. Basically, you know, we get to the moment where they need to take Satan to the hospital. He's about to breach his ass. It's just such a silly fucking season. You know, they find out some disheartening information.
You gotta be kidding me! The baby hung itself? Birth is a miracle.
The baby indeed killed itself. And Fox News reports that the baby inside Satan's ass killed itself on the ultrasound, but the ultrasound has a bit of footage missing. Where he looks like he's contemplating suicide, and then footage missing, and then he's hanging from the umbilical cord, and there's a little chair in there.
You can see the baby probably considering suicide right here, and then a little bit missing, and it killed itself. Obvious confirmation of suicide. You can see a little chair there.
You know, this is the Epstein suicide, you know, because as reported by Wired earlier this year, they edited out footage of the security camera using Adobe Premiere. Like, the metadata in the footage shows that someone edited it out with Adobe Premiere. This administration is the laziest, dumbest administration. I can't wait for them all to either be in jail or, you know, worse. Anyways, that's how the episode ends. Is that the baby kills itself. Satan doesn't get his Christmas miracle. He packs up and leaves the White House. So we don't know where he's going after this. Trump is, Fox says, oh, Trump is, having a funeral at the White House to mourn the death of his upcoming baby. And of course it cuts to a big party where he's all excited and having a good time and saying, I win again. And yeah, that's kind of where we leave Trump this season. He wins again. And, South Park has been known to do this, kind of leave you on a dour note. And it is kind of dour. But we do have, a little bit before this, Jesus does change sides and says, you know what? Like, fuck Trump. Christmas is about miracles, and Satan should get his miracles. So he's teamed up with Satan. But again, the baby hung itself. So there's nothing to be done about that. Stan is in the old folks' home again, and he gets a letter. And the letter's from Jesus saying, hey, go to this address. I didn't listen to you initially, and I should have. I'm sorry about that. Go to this address, and you'll find a Christmas miracle. And Stan goes to the address, and it's Stan's house. All decked out in Christmas lights, saying Merry Christmas, Stan, and he's got the key to the house. So finally, Stan Marsh and the Marsh family are back in their original house before they moved to Integrity Farms. It's been years and years coming. I thought they were actually back in their house during one of the South Park specials where Randy went back to being a geologist. But I guess they were still living on Integrity Farms. He also stopped being a geologist quickly after that. Well, he mentions it actually, I think, in this season. Like, oh, the government cut funding, so we can't. I have to be an Integrity Farmer once again. So yeah, man, that's this season. All in all, they really tried to do another kind of like structured, what do you call it? Sequential storytelling. Like each episode leads into the next, while also having its own theme, right? There's the 6-7 episode, there's the Labubu episode, which I think is the same episode. There's the Ice episode, the Pete Hegseth episode, the Halloween episode, the Thanksgiving episode. And I think they did pretty well. Obviously, a big criticism from like the fandom is that this was all about Donald Trump and the Trump administration. And also Matt and Trey just kind of really focusing on that, maybe because Paramount is their parent company and they're pissed at them for catering to Trump so much, and just to all the billionaires. Because at the party, at the end, like we have Tim Cook and like all these billionaires and whatnot. And we even get a shot like of when Stan is outside his house looking up at the sky and you see Jesus and the stars being like, Stan, I'm sorry, here's your house back, here's a Christmas miracle. Remember, we cannot shirk our commitments. And fucking Peggy Rockbottom shows up in the stars itself to be like, yeah, she's the woman with the big fake tits and the the Botox and stuff. She even sings a song. She's a Christmas song where it's like, what's it like to be a Christian wife? Get punched right in the face and take it because you deserve it. Because, yeah, that is what it's like to be a trad wife and a Mar-a-Lago face wife. And the reason she sings that song, and they make a joke earlier in the episode, that Jesus hit rock bottom. In that, yes, he's fucked up and sold out to big Trump and the Christian right. But also, he did literally hit Peggy Rockbottom in the face, because that's what you do to a Christian wife. That's when she sings the song. Again, what do I think about this season? I appreciate all the shots taken at Trump and co. I think, yeah, it did suffer a little bit from that being the focus and the sequential storytelling, because they did try that before, and especially in the season in 2016, where they didn't expect Trump to win and then he won, so they had to rewrite like their plot going forward. I think that season, in retrospect, is very poignant and works. It still feels like, well, we have ideas for like random episodes, and we're gonna kind of tie it all together with one theme of like Trump having a butt baby with Satan. But as you get towards the end of the season, you start to see like, oh, we're just kind of really trying to tie it up just so it's tied up and not really being able to get away from having to do that. I wonder if they keep doing that going forward. I wonder if they go back to more like episodic storytelling and really not even connecting it at all. They've been riding a fine line between that in the last few seasons, but this one was a little more serialized. That's the word I was looking for. Serialization. But yeah, that's season 27 or 28 of South Park. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Did you like it? Did you fuck with it? Did you not dig it at all? I liked again the shots taken at Trump and co. I wanted more of those like live action sequences of like the fat Trump running through the desert. And I wanted a little bit more. I wanted more of the boys, honestly. Like Stan was in this episode a lot, and it just made re-emphasize like the boys really haven't been in this episode, in this season, enough. Like Kyle, Cartman, nor Kenny appeared in this episode. They barely did anything all season. And, you know, a lot of us South Park fans want, oh, when are the boys going to come back? We want more episodes where it's just the boys hanging out and doing stuff. And I think those days are done. Like, there might be some episodes here and there of, like, them playing cop and whatever. But that episode where they play cops, it's about police. And then it just becomes like a police movie. Or the episode where they're doing, like, a Stick of Truth and playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's a Game of Thrones parody. I would like to see more emphasis on the boys, especially because the boys' voices carry a lot of weight because that's their voices, right? In the first episode, when it's Cartman and Butters and they're like, we might die. Like, we don't know if we're gonna get canceled or whatever, like Stephen Colbert. That was poignant and powerful. Kyle giving a speech at any point this season would have been pretty powerful. Like, he doesn't really mention anything. Stan doesn't really factor in. Randy's barely in this season. It's really mostly about Trump and co. So again, I thought it was all right. I appreciate the shots, but is it my favorite season? No, my favorite season is still like 3. But I hope in the future we get a little bit more of the boys hanging out doing stuff, but also keep taking shots. Keep taking shots at Trump and them. Get them fucking pissed off. And anyways, I'm going to be editing this and then putting it out and also doing a reaction to Supergirl, the trailer. I'm very excited. I got the countdown on the screen, waiting for noon to shoot that, and I will check you later.